Hi everyone, so this video is going to be a tutorial on how to get Holly Willoughby's makeup look. Now if you didn't see my first tutorial in this series, then I'll do a little bit of an explanation for you as well. QVC have released a list of their top 100 British beauties as part of their beauty month, which is July. And they asked me to do 10 tutorials featuring the top 10 most beautiful British women of all time, which is really exciting. So number 9 is Holly Willoughby, and I'm actually really excited that Holly made it into the top 10 because she is quite young and relatively kind of new on the scene as well compared to a lot of the most kind of classically beautiful British women. So I'm really glad that she made it into the top 10. She just seems very down to earth, very relatable, and I think that reflects in her makeup as well. I think it's kind of cute but sexy at the same time, and it's definitely something I would wear kind of on an everyday basis. Very wearable, and I hope some of you guys try it out. So if you want to know how to do it, then keep watching. Okay, so firstly for foundation, I'm going to be using Daniel Sandler's Mineral Water Base Foundation and Concealer. This is actually foundation in the bottom and concealer in the top. So I'm going to start by just applying this with a foundation brush, a thin layer of this. When I've done kind of applying a bit of a base coat, what I'm going to do is take the concealer in the top, get a little bit of that on my foundation brush and just mix it in with the foundation a little bit. This way I find it's easier. If you've got areas where you've got a little bit of discoloration or kind of redness or anything, and you want to cover them up, but you don't want to kind of put full-on concealer on them because it's a bit heavy. This is great because you can kind of just mix them together and create your own level of coverage. And then you can also just use the concealer to conceal any particular individual blemishes. Okay, so for brows, Holly's actually got fairly similar brows to me in the sense that they are a little bit darker than her hair colour, but they're not particularly a prominent feature on her face. That's a silly thing to say actually, because brows are a prominent feature on everyone's face, but they're not kind of her signature distinctive look. So what I'm going to do is use Gemma Kid's, I think this is called a brow and eye kit, so it's got 3 different colours here, and I'm just going to mix a little bit of the darkest one, but mainly the top one together here, and then I'm just going to fill in my brows where they need a little bit of shape, and then just use a comb just to blend that shadow out. What I'm going to do now is apply a little bit of eyeshadow. Now the look that I'm creating that Holly wears today is actually a very kind of neutral eye with a dramatic gel eyeliner. So what I'm going to do for eyeshadow is just apply a slightly shimmery neutral shade, and for this I'm using Turn On by Bare Minerals. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just apply this all over the eyelids. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you here. And then I'm going to use a teeny tiny bit of this just to highlight under the brow bone. And in the inner corner of the eye as well, just to kind of make you look a little bit more awake. After I've done that, I'm taking another colour from Bare Minerals. It is Queen Tiffany Matte, and as the name suggests, it's just a matte brown. And I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. This one is the C430 by Royal & Langnickel, and it's the most amazing blending brush ever. Anyway, I'm going to take a little bit of that, make sure there's not too much on there, and just put a little bit of this colour into the crease of your eye here, and then on the outer corner of your eye, and just kind of blend it into that lighter colour. Very subtly, you're just creating a little bit of a contour in the eye. I'm also going to take a little bit of that same colour, the matte brown, on a little pencil brush, and I'm just going to take this along the lower lash line just a little bit, because we're not going to use eyeliner on the bottom lashes. So once I've done that, I'm going to take a gel eyeliner. This one is from Smashbox in black, and I'm using the brush that came with this. These are actually really useful, the bent liner brushes like that. And I'm going to create a line, and we're actually going to do this quite thick, but I find the way to do this, the easiest way to do it, is to build up the thickness. So I start from the center of the eye outwards, create that initial line, and then I move a little bit further forwards and then go right in to the inner corner. Work your way back until the two lines meet. So you've got a line like that there, and then work on thickening the line. At the end, we're just going to flick it out, but we're not going to create a big flick, just a little. More of a point, really. So that's the basics of the eye there. I'm just going to do the other eyeliner and I will be right back. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara. I'm using Smashbox's Lash DNA, which has a crazy brush. If you guys look at this. And I'm just going to apply a good coating of mascara. It's a really simple look actually, but really kind of dramatic and glamorous. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. We're pretty much done. All I'm going to do now is just apply a little bit of blush. And I'm using Laura Geller's blush, what is it called? Blush and Brighten in Roseberry. And this is very much like MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes. If you look at it as a baked powder, I find it's a little bit better for using as a blush because it's not quite as shimmery, but it still does give you a really pretty highlight as well as being a blush. Yeah, so it just gives you that really pretty glow. And then finally for the lips, I'm going to be using another Smashbox product. This is their Lip Blush Quad. And although these look very, very bright and scary, they're actually not. They're more like lip stained. So I'm going to be using the red one, and I'm just going to apply this with my finger onto my lips. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to put the pictures that I use for inspiration for all of these tutorials on my blog. So if you guys want to see those, then go and check out my blog. I'll put a link in the information bar below, along with links to where you can buy all of the products that I use in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.